Well, King Charles's former butler is making an interesting claim about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's future. According to the New York Post, Grant Harold, who worked for Charles between 2004 and 2011, believes the Duke and Duchess of Sussex won't stay in California forever. Instead, he says the couple are likely to return to the UK. Grant Harold told the Post, "I'd never say never. It's always possible that one day he might want to come home. It's possible that he might buy a property here if he wanted to come over more, and Meghan didn't want to come over." Meghan doesn't really have any family here as such. All of her family are in the States, and that's where Harry has decided he wants to set up his home. Despite the fact that Prince Harry has had a tumultuous relationship with his family and the United Kingdom, Mr. Harold said the Duke is always going to have an association with the UK and would never totally want to cut that off. He'll always want to keep his fingers in that pie, so to speak. He'll want to have that association with Britain just in case one day he does want to come back. I don't think Harry will want to sever ties. Prince Harry did return to the UK earlier this month for his father's coronation. However, he only stayed for the ceremony, so was in the country for just over 24 hours. He didn't publicly interact with senior members of the royal family and went on the trip solo as Meghan Markle stayed at home to celebrate Archie's 4th birthday. There was also speculation that she didn't want to attend the event for fear the British public would boo her. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped down as senior royal members in 2020 and moved to California to begin a new life. They immediately embarked on a media blitz that involved publicly thrashing royal family members, airing all the dirty laundry for the world to see. In the last few years, they have done various media interviews. Harry has written a tell-all memoir. Meghan has done a podcast, and the two of them have taken part in a 6-episode Netflix series. All of that was met with mixed reviews, but they were publicly shamed for continuing to use their Duke and Duchess royal titles while throwing shade on family members. Even with all that, Grant Harold thinks moving back to the UK eventually is very possible. It's very possible they could come back to the UK. However, at this moment in time, they seem happy in the States, and that's where they want to be. Moving back to the UK may prove to be difficult without the protection of the palace. The Duke of Sussex recently lost a legal bid in London's High Court to be able to pay for police protection when visiting the UK. That's because when he stopped being a working royal in 2020, he no longer had access to his previous level of security. The High Court was told it would set a dangerous precedent for police officers to be put in harm's way from payment by a private individual. Even with a potential move to the UK down the track, there is also speculation surrounding the future of the Sussexes' relationship. Royal expert Angela Levin told GB News that 5 years ago when Harry and Meghan got married, it was such a celebration for the entire country who were happy to see Harry find someone he loved. Miss Levin now believes, since that day, things have disintegrated very badly and the two are living separate lives to each other.
So she is absolutely separating from him. As you said, he hasn't been anywhere where he really needed her. He's got a mental health issue and he needs somebody there to prop him up. Anyone would, actually, but she keeps away. So he's doing all the nasty stuff and she's sailing on ahead. And I think that's the beginning of the end of it for him, because she's planning that actually if she could be planning, my feeling is this is what she's doing, is that, she was making sure that he's in a hopeless situation so that she can get the children.